I won't make a long introduction, but we have what I think is a wonderful local singer-songwriter from Hillsborough celebrating the release of his 7th album, and I'll just bring him out. So say hello to Gilbert Neal.
Thank you. I'm better. Okay. Okay, so we're going to talk about these songs, and I'm going to sing them. Hopefully everything goes okay. We'll see what happens. But I want to thank Lorre and Tim for having me. It was very gracious of them to have me sing. Come to me, come to me, come to me, and hold me. Let me swim again in the honey haze of all the things you've ever told me. In these pure and simple things, I will be born again. The music of your laughter, knowing you're mine, then I am not responsible. It just turned out that way, for I live for you. You as you play, and I am not responsible. It just turned out that way, for I live for you. In the setting of infinite suns long forgotten, your shadow walks hand in hand with me. There's no weight on my shoulders, carry so much of me. I never seen too much of me in you, but there must be the music of your laughter, your funny poetry. It may be the half jokes you know you share with only me, for I live for you. As you wander up and down the stone road of your soul, the angels whisper in your ear, all is in control. And I knew on the day we met that you had made me whole, for I live for you. So that was from my first record, first album, first thing. And it was a very strange time because my aunt, her name is Abby Neal, and she's gone. But around that time we were talking, her and I, about her life in country music, and she was one of the early female band leaders. There were 5 women who would drive up and down the country, and they were called Abby Neal and the Ranch Girls. And they were good. They had a TV show in Pittsburgh, and if you want to go on the YouTube and find my channel, it's there. And all of our episodes are there, and some other things. And right around that time, Olivia was born. This is my daughter. And I saw a connection between them. For some reason, Abby in the sort of the end of her life, and Olivia in the beginning of hers, and the two just really seemed symbiotic and almost, I mean, really helping me to go further and to have the courage to raise a child when all indications were in my life that this was never going to happen. So don't ignore that feral scratching coming from the bottom of my door. After years of trying, I assure you that he will not be ignored. Now you're gonna meet my evil twin. Stares upon the doorway as you waste a cup of my best Mayan blend. Stands up in the kitchen, does a dance and calls my newly distant friends. Girl, you're gonna meet my evil twin. Girl, you're gonna meet my evil twin. Gears are grinding, wheels are humming, eyes are rolling, fingers strumming, waiting for his ever-growing line of jive to end. Best gestalt won't stop him, and no psychotropic drug can slow him down. Sometimes he's a boorish swine, and sometimes he's a hyperactive clown. You have got to meet my evil twin. Girl, you're gonna meet my evil twin. Happy to announce his presence. Inappropriate to message. Waiting for his ever-growing line of jive to end. Oh yeah. Look into his sickly eyes and hear the apprehension in his cries. Stronger folks than you have tried and failed to leave the topic where it lies. Girl, you're gonna be my evil twin. Now it's time to meet my evil twin. Girl, you're gonna meet my evil twin. Now it's time to meet my evil Thank you. This is called She Is the Reason, and it's about, it would have died on the vine. I mean, nobody ever would have heard it if it wasn't for, gosh, I wrote it a long time ago. Actually, when I was back in Buffalo, I wrote it, a version of it. And I just didn't like it very much. It just didn't do anything for me. I was making demos and writing with my band and all that stuff. So I had no idea that I was going to start singing songs by myself. I'd always thought that the whole dynamic of being in a band and playing with other people, that was just the way it was. The only way to find success was to have a really tight unit of people. And this is not true, but I bought into that dynamic. And even when I moved here to North Carolina, I was in a band for a long, long time. Never imagined I would do things by myself. So the only reason that this song is in my set list is because while I was home in Buffalo, a couple of friends of mine heard it on a tape, and it was like totally dismissive. It's like, you don't want to hear this. But they listened to it, and they liked it, and that's the only reason why I play it. And they don't even know, and they never will know. They don't date each other anymore. One of them I've been trying to get in touch with for a while, but she's gone the wayward winds, and the other guy changed his last name or something. But I think it's a good song, and I hope you like it too. It's called She Is the Reason. So I have to do this. She is the reason you hold off your healing, waiting in vain for a simple reward. She is the reason you fake a good feeling, feigning a forum to fall on your sword. She is the agent for cavalier cowards, neither of which did you know that you were. And she is the constant of constant reminders that nobody needs to remind you of her. She is the reason your eyes will look skyward if somebody mentions available men. She is the nightmare that ruins the plot of the dream you keep having again and again. And she is the reason your heart just won't learn the lessons that burn themselves into your mind. And she is the reason that you stare at the ceiling and you're fighting the feeling, but you're fighting it blind. La 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 la, 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 la 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 la. She is the reason that your heart just won't learn the lessons that burn themselves into your mind. And she is the reason you stare at the ceiling. You're fighting a feeling, but you're fighting it blind. She is the reason. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. She is the reason. La 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. She is the reason. La 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 la, This song is about where I grew up in Buffalo, New York. It's called Aurora, and my street was Aurora. And we had not many rules, but one of the rules was you're not allowed to cross the railroad tracks. And it was a dead end. It wasn't a cul-de-sac, it was a dead end. And I never saw a cul-de-sac until I moved out of Buffalo and to North Carolina. Well, actually, I saw a few, but so we weren't allowed to cross the tracks, but we wanted to, really bad, because it seemed like a wonderland. We didn't know what was across the tracks, but we wanted to go there. And this song is also off of the first album I did, and this is called Aurora. I can see Aurora Avenue, I can see Emporium Street too, I can see the train tracks we're not supposed to go past, and you, there's no hurry, have you been this far before? There are warnings to ignore if we're ever gonna break these walls. Just walk slowly, talk plain, remember to get your speed up when your mama calls. And in the dusk of this prison of suburban ennui, we're pretending to be free once again. Watch for rocks and broken bottles, ribbons hot as sun. Jump the rails and open sails until the gauntlets run. I can see Emporium Street too, I can see Aurora Avenue, I can see the train tracks we're not supposed to go past, and you, to be home and frightened by the rain, and our dead is drunk again. We were the only ones with any fight inside. All the others are sullen brothers, and every bell leads a boulder to which we're tied. And I have looked in their eyes for a spark or a flame, but everything is shivers and shame. Ignore their squealings and drunken feelings, keep this in your mind. Those who go feel nothing like the ones we'll leave behind. I can see Aurora Avenue, I can see Emporium Street too, I can see the train tracks we're not supposed to go past, and you, I can see Aurora Avenue, I can see Emporium Street too, I can see the train tracks we're not supposed to go past, and you. Tritone. Thank you. So my last album, my last album came out on the 16th of May, and it's about an hour long. No, it's about validation. It's all about how far people will go for validation, up to and including talking to people far, far away, getting them to either converse with you or listen to your music or help them with this or that. And then hopefully you find out that America is the problem. Not me. America is the problem. American people are too jaded, too self-centered. They're too defensive. They have so many layers built up. But actually, I discovered that the problem is actually me. And it's hard to learn that lesson. It's even harder to try to fix it. So the entire album is about that process of getting to know people and having them then become the same thing that other people you know is, which is afraid of you, in a way. Goodbye to all of that now. Watch arm in arm as we gaze down. When this began, we were soldiers and farmers, but after 12 score, there were cracks in the armor. So goodbye to all of that now. The seas made us cocky and strong. We were the homo supreme before long, swimming inside the new mythology, wondering as children about the kings we would be. So goodbye to all of that now. Tell them that's you standing over the subway, everyone ogling, giving off steam. Tell them that's you getting kissed by a sailor, never so close to an unspeakable dream. Tell them if someone should ask you, we were that innocent nurse in Times Square. Tell them that's you getting kissed by a sailor, everyone watching you fighting for air. Goodbye to all of that now. Fingers were crossed as we broke every vow, swimming inside the new mythology, wondering as children the kings we would be. Goodbye to all of that now. All of that now. All of that now. All of that now. Thank you. One day, a girl from the college I went to for music drives by, and she says, "Hey," and we start talking to each other. And the first thing I notice is that she's with a couple of people that I grew up with in my neighborhood, and it was like a coincidence. It was just wonderful. And she was always so sweet, and her name is Cecilia. And what happened was we started hanging out together, which meant that Cecilia and my friends from my neighborhood, which was Winchester, Buffalo, New York, we would go to dance clubs, and we would go to different places and have fun, you know, good platonic fun. One of the people in our group was named Mike, and Mike had this thing where he was always late for everything. Always, no matter what. And Cecile and Heidi, who were the other people, would just say, well, you know, that's Mike. That's just the way he is. It's A-okay. It's not okay with me. Not okay with me anymore. And that's why I stopped hanging out with Mike. But anyway, another thing about them is that Cecile had a little crush on me. But I was in no way, shape, or form ready to facilitate a relationship of any kind. And knowing what I knew about Cecile, I knew it was the right thing to not do that. But her kindness, her sweetness were always things that really touched me. And she was just so nice to me, always nice to me. And I was probably like a big prickly rock to hang out with. I was probably like giving off toxic vibes all over the place. And Cecile just said it was okay. You're okay. Don't worry about it. Let's go. So this is about her. This is called My Cecilia. We were reminiscing about memories we never really owned. Only sinning sins that couldn't be easily forgiven and controlled. And in that dirty wind, you know, the strongest vow will break. And so I stood by and watched your heart become a hole, your soul a sea of black. Grinning while you made it out, your anger like you'd never get it back. But get it back you surely will. Your loneliness a poison pill, and those who will infect you in the end, my friend. Figurines and snow globes, my Cecile. Close but never touching, my Cecile. Killed for your crime, still doing time. You could have been mine, oh, but I know I ruined you. Colored flecks go dancing as our figures keep their distance on the street. Grinning in their silence as the ticker tape collects around their feet. Oh, the sorrows there, the loneliness, a poison pill, and those who will infect you will inspect you in the end, my friend. Figurines in snow globes, my Cecile. Close but never touching, my Cecile. Killed for your crime, still doing time. You could have been mine, oh, but I know I ruined you. I ruined you. Hey, I ruined you. I ruined you. Hey, I ruined you. I ruined you. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I ruined you. I ruined you. Hey. Colored flecks go dancing as the figures keep their distance on the street. Thank you. This is a song called Where Are You? And Where Are You is about music. I hate music. Hate it. I can't help it. When you're a little kid and you're in poverty, well, we were in poverty. Our family was. Sometimes something plops down next to you. Some people say, for some people it's drugs. For some people it's alcohol. For some people it's promiscuity. But for me it was music. As soon as I heard that Beatles album, music just came in the door and plopped down right next to me. He said, I'm going to be your friend for the next 80 years. What's today? Tuesday? 80 years. And I I like some of the songs, but I have a problem with music. I wish that it was not in my brain anymore. Maybe someday it won't be. But this is a song personifying music in your life. And this is called Where Are You? Where are you? Where did you go? Remembered rendezvous reminded me of you, ever silent at my side. Through the hollow years of poverty and tears, with me you would remain, a dream that kept me sane, a light to see me through, ethereal but true. Where are you? Why won't you go? Others heard that sea, those crashing waves in me, and begged to ride along. You put me on the track, but I kept on looking back. Patiently you sighed and let the others ride, but the damage had been done. God damn what I'd become. Where are you? And why won't you go? Dreams will force realities to march into the sea, but soon enough those dreams in turn are drowned. Bitter cries and hopes and sighs will rise one final time, to sink forever, never to be found. Sink forever, never to be found. Where are you? And why won't you go? How wretched I must seem to keep on chewing through this dream, this musty lullaby. Too lost and loose and dumb to stop and wonder why you'd come, and with your poison in my heart, tear the other dreams apart, for a one-way love affair with the sweet forever there. As Thank you.